Welcome to the Meddling Kids Podcast, a groovy review of Scooby-Doo. I am Julie Kinn, and I'm here today with...
Ella.
Ella is my daughter, and that's her stage name. Do you know what that means?
Not really.
Okay, it means a name that you use just when you're acting or on the stage, so no one knows your secret identity.
Da, da, da.
Exactly. And today we're going to be talking about who's afraid of the Big Bad Werewolf.
So scary. Actually, wolves are pretty cool. But besides from that, so scary.
Yeah, but wolves are cool. They're just like really big hairy dogs.
Yeah, they're really cute. And if you're scared of wolves, here's some advice.
Okay.
You just get a camera, say cheese, and flash.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because they're afraid of the flash?
Yeah.
Or they just are shy?
No, they're afraid of light.
Oh, I did not know that.
I think so.
Would it work on a werewolf too?
I don't know, because werewolves are kind of humanish, so probably you just need to go like, Wah!
Oh, that was scary. That would work. All right. Well, anyway, this episode starts with this man-ish wolf guy, I guess, on top of a mountain. But he does not, Ella, I don't know what you think. He does not look like what I would think a werewolf looks like.
Yeah, he has like green skin and red eyes. Like, seriously, who is that?
And his hair's all brown.
Yeah, his hair's all brown.
He's wearing clothes.
Yeah, for some reason, he's wearing a suit.
Yeah.
He's wearing a brown suit with a brown bow tie. It's like weird. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude.
If I was going to draw a werewolf character, he would be way furrier.
Yeah.
And less green.
Also, in every episode, like, somebody's just wearing a mask.
Yeah.
But this werewolf seems like he's not wearing a mask at all.
This guy was creepy.
Yeah.
And let me just warn everyone, the plot was ridiculously complicated.
Yeah. Bleh. Like, dude, can I tell,
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Can I tell a little spoiler?
Sure.
Yay. Like, in one part, there was sheep. Like, seriously, he stole sheep. Who does that?
Right, and it's not that lucrative. And yeah, this episode, we had to watch it twice to understand it. All the little
we
things.
had to watch it twice. It's just crazy. It almost gave me a headache.
But it was also really good in some ways, because like it started out with them camping, and they were cooking out of a fire.
And also, Daphne and Velma's tent had flowers on it. It was so cute.
It was a really cute tent. Ooh, wait, let me plug in my computer real quick.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, and they were making hot dogs, and those looked pretty good if they were vegetarian. They could be. And then, all of a sudden, they hear, oh, oh, oh.
And then Scooby and Jackie were like, ah!
Yes. And then they find some footprints. But, like, yes, your hand is raised. Ella.
Yes. How come the meddling kids don't have footprints? Like, seriously. Who?
They don't leave any prints.
Yeah.
But
Maybe the werewolf guy thing stepped in mud?
that could be. And he, like, just keeps stepping in it over and
Yeah,
over.
like maybe there's like every single bad guy has footprints. So
Yep.
maybe there's like evil mud pit, evil mud pit maybe.
That could be evil mud paint. That's probably a thing. I bet you could make a lot of money.
No, I said evil mud pit.
Oh, an evil mud pit. Yes, that also would not make quite as much money, but both things sound pretty evil.
You could just make a mud pit and put some evil spray on it.
I love it. Evil spray. Ella, don't buy evil spray with your allowance.
I'm not. I'm totally not.
Okay, so of course they go follow these tracks, and I did not like that they left their fire unattended. If you're ever camping and you have a fire, before you go chasing werewolf prints, put out the fire.
Why is that dangerous?
Well, because if you're not around to watch the fire before it's out, it could accidentally, like maybe one of the logs would roll out of the fire pit and cause a fire. That's more dangerous than a werewolf. All right. So they find tracks. But Velma says they're large wolf tracks, but it looks like a two-legged animal. And so now they realize werewolf.
Mom, you said loaf.
No, I wouldn't say larf. I probably said larf.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant. Oh, dear, you didn't know this? Larf is a grown-up word that means super cool. Hey, don't roll your eyes. No eye rolling. None of that. I'm totally not making this up as I go along. Okay, they follow the tracks. They lead to an old graveyard. And this graveyard does not look very nice.
Yeah, most graveyards are like beautiful and happy. Graveyards are awesome. Like, they're just beautiful
Restful places.
Restful, peaceful. It's technically where heaven was.
Right. And
and you could just visit the people who are gone now and remember them.
Right.
Stop at the flower store and get some flowers and
Nice.
put it near the graves. So it's really cool. It's really awesome.
for this one, because there was a grave that said, "Here lies Silas Long, half man, half wolf," and there was an empty grave.
Yeah.
And it
And
looked,
also, empty grave? Like, who does that? It's like a zombie wolf. Like, seriously, a zombie wolf? Oh, that explains why he has green skin.
thank you. You are right. You know, you are way smarter than the Scooby Gang. They should totally have had you in there because they were like, must be a werewolf ghost. But you're right. It's more like a werewolf zombie, and that's why it's in his
zombies
grave.
are way more dangerous than ghosts. Like, zombies can eat your brains, people!
Yeah, and like they're corporeal; they can touch you, whereas ghosts just go right on through you. Okay, so and
Well, when ghosts go through you, they make you cool.
that's true. But keep in mind, all of this is make believe.
I know.
Okay, no nightmares. You're not allowed to have a nightmare. Okay, anyway, the tracks lead to an old mill, and the doors open, and they go on in, and we see the green guy, the werewolf, looking at Shaggy, but Shaggy doesn't notice him. And then they see a really creepy, angry mouse from behind a water cooler.
Yeah, the mouse is just behind a water cooler. You know when your head is behind a water cooler?
Sure.
Your like, face gets ginormous?
Yeah, it looks really big because of the
So
concave
there's
glass.
a mouse behind the water
Yeah.
cooler, and it looked like a mouse's head was inside a water cooler.
It was super creepy.
Yeah, it was like...
Yeah, I was like, I do not want to drink that water.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, that is creepy. Don't go near that.
Anyway, the werewolf follows them, and Shaggy and Scooby are looking all around for clues.
Also, this is really random and weird, but this is not how my voice sounds.
Right, of course not.
It sounds so, like, little teensy-weensy like this. So,
Yeah, we all know you sound way more mature in real life. It's just on a recording, everyone's voice sounds...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those weird things. Yeah, my voice sounds like this in real life. No? Okay, maybe not. No, okay, so anyway, the big kids, like Velma and Daphne and Fred, see the tracks go through a wall, and Fred figures out there's a secret entrance.
Fred is like, danger, let's go in.
Absolutely. Eventually, they see the werewolf. They try to topple boxes on him and probably give him a head injury, and then the whole team reunites. Ella, are head injuries good or bad?
Bad.
Thank you. What I always say about heads,
You only got one, so you may as well be careful with it.
that's right. Good work. Okay, more chase scene. Oh, and then there's weird chase scene music.
Like, the running, so to, like, baby, you got me running. It's weird.
Tell me where you been hiding.
Yeah, like, they're hiding in the middle, so that's perfectly normal. By the way, I'm doing air quotes.
Yeah, and they splash the wolf with like a fire hose, and they jump out of a tall window into a water wheel. Lots of weird stuff. Oh, do you remember the thing about the trash can lids?
This is totally weird.
But awesome.
Yes, but awesome. Scooby got 2 trash lids, and he put his hands on it, and it started to fly. Like, who does that, dude?
Yeah, he just started waving them and flapping the trash can lids, and apparently that was strong enough to lift him and Shaggy into the air so they could both fly like a considerable distance.
Maybe Shaggy and Scooby both stopped dating for a month, and then they
like real
started
skinny or something.
and then they started getting later, but they would die.
Yeah,
Really
don't
early.
recommend that. Yeah, maybe I don't know. We're gonna
Maybe they had an invisible gravity thing that they put that Scooby was sitting on.
Yeah, and maybe our listeners have some ideas they can share with us. How did Scooby fly with those trash cans and carrying Shaggy too?
Yeah, can you tell us?
Yeah, we're waiting.
That's a great idea. So,
okay, so let's see. They reunite. There's a commercial break. So let's have a quick commercial break.
It's a dragon! Disengage! Toaster? They're fighting! I wonder which thing is gonna win. Well, I know, my thing can beat your thing. Are you serious? A toaster can beat a dragon? Toasters can get really hot. Dragons breathe fire.
To see how this and other battles end, find My Thing Can Beat Your Thing on iTunes and Google Play, and send your Thing sightings to @ThingBeatsThing on Twitter. For MTCBYT News, I'm a news person.
We are back from our commercial break. I'm going to speed through some of the plot because then things start to get really weird and confusing. So the kids all reunite and they find these weird barrels. And the barrels have rubber hoses on top of them. And they can't really figure out what that has to do with the price of butter.
Price of butter?
Yeah, that means like what that has to do with anything. It's an idiom. It's just a saying.
Yeah, I'm only 7, so I don't get it.
Yeah, fair. But that's how you learn them, by hearing old people like me talk and being like, what you talking about, Mommy?
You're an old person.
I'm medium.
You're medium.
Anyway, they find howling, or they hear howling. They see a rail car go to a boat, and it looks like this boathouse opens up and chomps the rail car. It's so confusing. And then Shaggy and Scooby try to tell Fred and Velma and Daphne about it, and they're like, what are you talking about? Because seriously, even as I'm telling our listeners about it, it makes zero sense, and I know you all can't picture it, and I'm really sorry. Oh, and the werewolf throws some barrels at them. And then Shaggy and Scooby trick the werewolf into getting a haircut.
Also, Scooby and Shaggy, how could the werewolf must be really stupid, because he sees Shaggy and Scooby, and they're just like they're just wearing a white cap and a white
like apron.
And how does he not recognize him?
But it happens.
Who sees a dog in a white cap and a white apron? Like, seriously.
Maybe it was a more common breed, like a poodle, but not a Great Dane.
Yeah.
You only know one Great Dane.
In our neighborhood, there's a dog named Bakaya.
We got to take care of her. It was awesome. And we
we
solved
were
lots of mysteries.
We were pet sitting, and it was really cool.
Yes. Okay.
Let's get back on topic.
You're right. Okay, so Fred comes up with a plot, of course. And, I'm sorry. I skipped something important. Okay, so the Fred and the girls are examining a barrel. Shaggy and Scooby emerge from a trap door. Shaggy tries to explain this weird plot, and nobody understands it because it's totally confusing. They all run under that weird door thing, that house that kind of opens up and chomps. They all run in and see more barrels, and they see a werewolf pulling a barrel out of the water. And do you remember what they hear that was very weird?
Ba.
Yeah, sheep. Why are there sheep here? Okay, so Fred's like, let's capture the werewolf. I have an amazing plan.
This is the part I was talking about. So keep listening, listeners out there.
Yeah, because it's about to get weird.
Yeah. Because this is the part I was talking about in the very beginning.
So Shaggy and Scooby go hide in one of the barrels, and they go into the water to surprise the werewolf. And it definitely surprises him. They jump out and they're like, howdy, or something. And he's really surprised. And then Fred has this crane hook that he was going to send out to grab the werewolf, but it does not grab the werewolf.
It grabs Daphne.
Oh, poor Daphne.
Why, Daphne? Fred, you don't ever do a crane. Fred, you are really, really, really bad craner.
Yeah, he is not a good crane operator. Poor Daphne, every time. Okay, so Fred and Velma are trying to get Daphne off of this big hook.
Daphne is really clumsy, by the way. Like, why couldn't Daphne and Velma just trade spots?
Right.
Like, seriously.
Yeah, Daphne should never lean over the edge of anything.
Yeah,
She's always
Daphne's
falling.
really clumsy. And I don't think she should have had leaned over, but I also didn't think Fred had did that.
Yeah, we shouldn't just blame Daphne. It was definitely Fred's, he should have been watching out.
Fred is probably more at fault.
Yeah, I think Fred is more at fault. Good legal term. I also think if I was Daphne's mom, I would recommend that she wears sneakers instead of heels.
Yeah.
Just
Daphne,
in general.
I'm gonna miss you when you die.
Me or Daphne?
Me.
Wait, no. Who are you going to miss when she dies? Me, your mommy, or Daphne?
I'm gonna miss her when she
Oh,
dies.
okay. I don't think Daphne's ever going to die.
Yeah.
That's
she's
the great
never
thing
gonna
about
die,
cartoon
but
characters.
if she does that way,
You're right. Okay.
she's gonna die early.
You're right. Daphne, we will all miss you when you
Yes.
die. Okay, anyway. Shaggy and Scooby are like rowing away now in this split open barrel, and the werewolf rows away after them. And then Scooby catches this huge fish accidentally, and they throw it at the werewolf. And you said at that point, why don't they just put the fish in the water? Spoken like a wonderful animal lover. And there's a big chase scene, and they splash him. They're at the waterfall. And we're almost at the end of the episode.
Oh my gosh.
And they're going down the waterfall, and Fred catches them with a gigantic net.
And also, they hear somebody saying, "Help, help me too, help, help, help."
Yeah, and they seem really surprised.
Like, seriously, nobody's been at this waterfall for years.
Right, and it turns out, of course, it's the werewolf dude. And why are they so surprised that he is talking?
Yeah, Scooby talks.
And he's a dog. He's a Great Dane, and he speaks English.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense why they're like, but a werewolf can't talk. But this guy does, and he speaks English, and they catch him.
And also, in every Scooby-Doo episode, it ends up being a human. So,
maybe we've only seen the first couple of seasons.
da da da.
I can't wait to watch more Scooby-Doo with you after this. Okay, so the next scene, we see the sheriff there, and they've taken off the mask, but the guy's still in his weird costume, and he's all handcuffed. And the sheriff explains, oh, this guy was a sheep hustler. He did all this weird stuff to scare people away so he could steal sheep.
Who wants to steal sheep? That's weird. Why can't you just get sheep? Like you could ask somebody. People sell sheep.
It's true. He could have just gotten a job, earned enough money, and bought his own sheep.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I mean, you make a good point that sheep aren't actually worth a ton of money compared to what it would cost to get your own grave plot, make your own gravestone, buy a really fancy werewolf zombie outfit, all this stuff.
Maybe he knitted all this.
Oh, that could be. He does have a lot of wool from the sheep. He could knit. Knitting is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. I really want to learn how to knit.
Okay, we'll finish this podcast and we'll learn how to knit.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, that's pretty much the end, except Scooby plays with the really creepy mask, which had all its hair cut off, and it looks really bizarre on him.
Like, it's a Great Dane. It's a cutie, beauty, Great Dane body of a dog. And then on the top, you would expect a little Great Dane face with big eyes that are
Cutie Scooby eyes.
that are like whimpering and so cute. But instead, the face looks like the big zombie, the big zombie mask. And it's so creepy. But he takes it off and he's like, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, and you guys can't see, but my daughter is making amazing faces throughout this to act it out. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And
I'm awesome.
You are
I
awesome.
am awesome.
And
I'm awesome.
Awesome, girl. I love watching this with you. What was your favorite part of the episode?
Probably editing it.
Editing it at the end? Yeah. Well, I really like sitting in this room and talking with you about it. I also like hanging out and watching the episode with you, even though it was pretty scary, I have to admit, some of it. I'm glad it was all make-believe.
Yes, me too. If that was real life, I'd probably faint and fall asleep for like 5 hours. And like, seriously, that's really scary.
Yeah, it would be super creepy if it was live action. Anyway, thanks to all you listeners out there. We love hearing from you all. Feel free to tweet at us or join us on Facebook. We're Meddling Kids Pod. Sometimes we post really silly pictures and videos up on our discussion group, the Meddling Kids discussion group and Scooby-Doo forum. I forget the exact name.
And also, we love fan mail. What? We do.
We do. But I just don't want you to beg the listeners for stuff.
I'm just saying we really like fan mail.
We do. How do you feel when we go to the mailbox and there's fan mail in there?
I jump up and down and my face lights up and I'm really happy.
It's true.
And my cheeks get red. And then I'm really sleepy at nighttime.
Wait, you getting fan mail makes you go to bed easier?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, please, listeners, send us fan mail. Anyway, thank you to Tiff, who does our moderation on our Facebook group, and thank you to Dave Sestay for the use of our theme song, Night Surfing. And we will catch you all on the flip side. Ella is going to be with us again in our next episode.
Don't go yet! So, also...
Yes, tell us all about it.
It's awesome. We love you. And, yeah, so... We're doing more podcasts soon, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.
Bye.